Topic one. Hell Toupée. Hot damn ho, here we go again. All right. After much hemming and hawing, cottage cheese king Donald Trump had something to say Tuesday night.
In order to make America great and glorious again, I am tonight announcing my candidacy for President of the United States.
That's right, people. On Tuesday, a man who tried to overthrow the results of the 2020 presidential election and inspired an attempted coup of this country in a desperate attempt to keep himself in power, and who is facing multiple local and federal investigations, staked his claim to the White House in front of hundreds of gap-toothed Trumpies. But here's what I want to know. How do we not make the mistake of making Trump larger than life again? How do we keep him from taking up all the oxygen, Godfrey?
You can't. He's a terrific idiot. Donald Trump is an interesting man, regardless of whether you like it or not. He's just, I love his narcissism. He's so narcissistic.
Is he interesting or a train wreck? And you know, we love watching a good train.
I'm the best president that you ever had in your life. I should take over this show. You're very terrible as a host.
He's just fantastic. He thinks he's handsome. I love that. His little puckered lips, you know? And he hates his family. He's so narcissistic. I can't help but watch this dude. Even when I'm in a bar and there's no volume, I go, what is he saying? And he has that little mouth. And
this is what I'm dreading, man. I'm dreading him every day in the news cycle. David, why did he announce so early? Is this a case of, like, premature ejaculation?
You know, I don't worry about what's inside his head.
Yeah. Not much there.
As Godfrey
what about
said,
on top?
No, as Godfrey said, there's all kinds of seething emotions there.
Yeah.
The question is, it's not a question about him, it's a question about you. And how are you going to stop him? And what are you going to do? Because he was president before, it was unthinkable before.
Yeah.
Now it's thinkable. It did happen, so it could happen. And if it does happen, it means more force, more fraud, more violence.
Yeah, that's why I feel like you can't talk about him without saying Trump is facing charges of conspiracy to defraud the U.S., treason, and who knows what else. Lindsay, should he even be eligible to run?
Well, I know that we want to say, like, as the American public, that Trump needs to pay for the way that he behaved while in office. And that's a good theory, but actually he hasn't been federally charged, as you both know, with anything. And so we don't have an actual...
know how to prosecute privileged white men.
He said I can go on Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and I'll be fine. And so I think he's testing that narrative. Yeah. I also think if you want to talk about exactly your question, Article 2 of the Constitution specifically doesn't name anything like being under investigation as something that's a deterrent for you to run for president. And I know they're asking for more of Uber drivers than they are for president. Yes. I understand that, but this is not unprecedented.
You can run for president. Sorry, you can run for president from prison. And in fact, a governor of Massachusetts was elected from prison. There's one way to stop someone from running for office, and there's only one. Not in the courts, but in the Congress. Because one of the penalties for conviction after an impeachment is that Congress can say, they can't put you to prison, they can't charge you a dime in fines, but they can say, you may never run again for an office in the United States.
I didn't even add that. He's been impeached twice.
And he's been impeached twice, but not convicted.
Here's the problem. It's the yeehaws that Trump... Listen, I perform in the Deep South, and it's all those yee-hoo! It's those guys that want Trump. I perform in Deep South where their mouths don't move. I'll tell you something right now. This is how it goes. And they go, Trump, I'm Trump supporter all day, you know.
Godfrey, I want you to know you're one of the few people who still think Trump is entertaining, though. Like
he's really entertaining. I'm trying not to
People think he's getting boring.
I like listening to R. Kelly, but you keep it quiet. You know what I mean?
Didn't the midterms? Yeah.
You're like this step. Oh, he was wrong, but I'm just saying.
Didn't the midterms show us that everyone's ready to bring the temperature down? I think, like, when Fox News lets you go, when New York Post puts you on page 26 next to the obituaries, and when your daughter says, I'm good, love, enjoy this run, I think that's telling you the temperature overall for the country and where Republicans stand. I think people are ready for, like, a sane representation of the conservative party.
I hope so. Trump really do.
Thanos, man.
I don't believe that. Thanos lost, though. Thanos lost in the end.
But Trump is too, he likes the attention. He likes, even when we say we hate him, that gives him strength. His rings come to his fist. He doesn't like not being in the spotlight. He's making TikToks. Peekaboo. You know what I mean? Come on.
Well, if he's Thanos, I hope we're in the end game now. Okay? The only thing I ask of the media is when they cover him is to always say a man who tried to overthrow the results of the 2020 presidential election and inspired an attempted coup of this country in a desperate attempt to keep himself in power, and who is facing multiple local and federal investigations, okay? And he was impeached twice, but he's running for president again. All right? Let's make sure you add all of that.